This is the Kopish views review for Liverpool against Manchester United at Anfield. Sunday the 17th of December, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. This is going to be a very short review, people, because I don't really know what to say. I'm quite speechless about the result. I, to be fair, wasn't somebody who thought that coming into this game, we would absolutely annihilate the Red Devils, aka Manchester United. I thought we'd win, and I thought we'd get the 3 points. But the disappointing factor is that we didn't get the 3 points. We got 1. Now, let's be honest. Am I, or the other Liverpool fan base in all over the country, all over the world, in fact, is there a bit of conflict in relation to who we feel can win the league and who the part of our fan base thinks that we're not going to win the league? Oh, we're deluded, guys, realistically. So 1 point behind Arsenal in second place. Not playing well recently games, but we've scraped by and got the 3 points. Is that a good thing in relation to the fact that we're not playing well but still picking up points? And we're second, 1 point behind Arsenal. Or are we thinking about the fact that the games that we should have won, i.e. drawing against Luton, a game today, farcical, crap, shit decision against Tottenham at the stadium, really mashed us up. You know, we could have actually got at least 5 points out of those 3 games. There's going to be more to come. There's going to be more twists and turns. There's going to be more games where people are going to be dropping points. We could even pick points up. My view, guys, honest opinion, is simple. I said at the beginning of the season that top 4 minimum. And that's what I'm expecting. Anything else, the Europa League, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, whatever, is a bonus. For me, it was just reaching top 4. So, in all honesty, I think we're probably further on the development stage than we thought we were going to be at this time of the season, anyway, personally. So I don't think necessarily that. Let's put it this way. If somebody said to me at the beginning of the season, on the 17th of December, when you play Manchester United, you'll be second place, 1 point behind Arsenal, and you've got Arsenal to play the week after at Anfield, would I have snapped the hand off? Yes, I would. So realistically, yes, it's a shit result today. I don't know what's going on with the team. I'm not sure. They just don't seem to be firing on all cylinders. It's a collective, really, where players aren't really putting a performance that we would expect them to. But we're not out of the top 4. We're not languishing in the bottom of the Premier League. You know, we're actually second and could actually go top next week. But listen, to all those Arsenal fans out there, them gooners, in particular, Goonali. I'm dreading it next week, I'm not going to lie. I'm just putting it out there. I think you guys will come and I think you guys will I think you're going to get the 3 points. And I don't know what effect that will have on our side moving forward, but if we win, great. If we draw, nothing lost. If we lose, which I think we will, to be fair, we are where we are. Anyway, Bit of a somber Views review, everybody. Apologies for that, but I'm dressed in black to mark the occasion of a 0-0 shit result against our bitter rivals. Oh, the flipping M62, whatever you want to call it. Megan. Out.
Big up Team Kopish. So, yeah, what a disappointment of a performance by the boys. 0-0, right? Who would have expected that? But at the same time, the law of averages, right? Like the amount of times we've scored against Manchester United, I guess a score like this was, it was like inevitable. It would, one day or the other, it would have happened. But very disappointing by the team overall. There isn't really much to say. We've all seen the game. For me, waking up at 3:30 in the morning to watch this game and then go to work, is not the best sort of feeling. I get to work and then an employee, a work colleague who is also a Liverpool fan, he's like, Shaq, I've just seen the results. I was gonna watch the highlights. What do you recommend? And I'm like, you know what? Do not even watch like a 5-minute highlight. It's not worth it. I've gone through the pain of watching the game. You don't need to go through it. So nothing happened. There is no highlights for our team in general. The usual guys like Alisson and the defenders, Van Dijk and Trent, they stood out, and the rest of the team, they just fluffed. Now there was a comment that there was a viewers review that I left a few weeks back. If Drifty gets the chance, he'll publish it. If not, then it's all good. But what I had said is I miss Jota getting, I wasn't happy about Jota getting injured, because for me, Jota is our most potent striker, and what I was wanting from Darwin to do is, you know what, Liverpool fans, do not worry about Jota being injured. Darwin is here. Darvizi is gonna fill in the gaps, and you won't even think of Jota twice. That was my comments. You know what? We are missing Jota, especially for games like this. Maybe Jota wouldn't have scored a goal, but he's just the most potent striker we have. And when it comes to the likes of Diaz and Darwin, Mo Salah can do only as much. Now the other guys need to step up. Now, look, it's still a draw. It's not like we've lost, so we have to just bounce back. And next we've got West Ham in a domestic one of the cup games, and then we've got Arsenal at Anfield for the Premier League. So if we do not pick up our form, it can only go one way from here, and none of us want that. So all the best to all of us, and let's just keep supporting our team and hope for all the best. Take care, guys.
Yo, people, welcome back to the Views Review. Liverpool have just drawn 0-0 with Manchester United, and well, that stunk, didn't it? First of all, before we talk about our team, you have to give credit to some, got credit to Manchester United. They came with a proper game plan to frustrate us, and they execute to a T. At times, it felt like they had about 12 or 13 men on the pitch because of the fact that their box was so packed out, and we just couldn't get the ball into a dangerous area enough. Let's be serious. This game, with all the pressure that's coming on Onana, we did not test him near as much as we should have done. The goalkeeper had a very easy day today. He didn't have to do anything, really and truly. It was just other than maybe the Virgil van Dijk header, everything was just light work for him. And back to us, our attack stinks. I'll be completely honest with you. When we play Arsenal next week here, they're going to absolutely kill us. They're going to get their first win at Anfield since 2012. In the league anyway. I'm being serious. They're going to kill us, because quite frankly, we see when we get to the final third, we can't string passes together. We were sloppy in the first half. Dominic Szoboszlai just overhitting passes, not making right runs, poor touches, trying to be too cute on the ball. In fact, just everybody, not just Dominic. Everyone was just too cute on the ball. We got to the final third. No one knew what to do. No one is around. Players are offside. No one's making the right run. No one's supporting the man on the ball. Just completely and utterly devoid of any thought process, any idea, any pattern, anything. Our attackers have scored one goal since the international break in the league. One goal. Like, in the end of the day, teams are going to play a certain type of way against you. If some teams are going to sit there, they're going to camp, they're going to play low block, they're going to play on the counter. Yeah? You have to figure out a way to break them down. You really do. It comes down to you. You have to figure out a way to break them down. And quite frankly, we didn't do that enough today. We just constantly pot shots from outside the box. And it was just, it just got increasingly frustrating and increasingly anxiety inducing, because Man United probably had the better chances when you actually look at it. Højlund probably had the best chance of the game. Like, let's be serious. Alisson, big save. And quite frankly, it's not good enough. It's simply not good enough. Like, for me, I was a bit worried being at the top of the tree anyway, because like, I don't believe it's our time to win the league anyway. And you can see that it's not the case. Midfield balance, now attacking patterns of play, add that to the midfield balance, issues with the midfield balance. I don't believe it's our time to win the league. But it's like, when you have an opportunity, you need to seize the day. And we simply didn't do that. And that's where my annoyance is. I think Klopp did everything right. I think he made the right subs, in my opinion. He went to a 4-2-4, tried something different. Man United had a bit more access to our back line. He switched back to a 3, but then he took off all of our pace in midfield. And quite frank, but at least, you know what? Yeah, at least, yeah, he tried to make things happen. Like, everyone talks about Klopp's in-game management and stuff, but at least he tried to make things happen. For me, this comes down to the players, man. Like, everyone today was just down to poor decision making, poor decision making. And like I said, when we go to Arsenal, when Arsenal come to Anfield, we're in trouble, man. Like, we're genuine trouble, because, like, fair enough, they probably could be a bit more clinical if you look at their games, but their attack is a lot more free flowing than ours. Like, our attack is just like, might as well not even be on the pitch. They might as well just put a blanket over them and that's it, because they're not helping, and the midfield they're not saying much either. I think today, I'll highlight some few good players. No, let me start with the bad players. Darwin Núñez, for me, I don't know what he's doing. He's reverted back to the player from last season. Like, seriously, he's actually reverted back to the Darwin of last season. He made so much progression, and suddenly he's gone back to Darwin of last year. Like, for example, he just runs in, smashes Evans, absolutely no reason whatsoever, for no reason. There's no point. He actually looks at him, he stares him down, and he just shoulder barges him straight to the floor unnecessarily. Always offside. Poor first touch. Diaz, I don't know what's happened to Diaz. I really don't. I don't know where his head's at, to be honest. Obviously he's had a massive thing happen. His parents getting kidnapped, and thankfully they're back and safe. But he's not been the same since then. And obviously his dad has come out and talked about Barcelona, and again, he's not been the same. He just doesn't. He can't take on his man. People are saying it's injury. I disagree, because he could take on his man when he came back from his injury. He was fine. But it's a mental thing with Diaz. I don't know. It's like we're kind of playing with 9 men. But as far as the good players are concerned, I want to highlight Endo. I thought Endo was brilliant today, considering it's such a tough game. I know United are very heavily rotated. I know they made it easier for Endo because they weren't really pressing that much. But I thought he was quite good today. I thought Tsimikas was brilliant today. Van Dijk was brilliant today. Basically, all the people that can't help us win the game, in the sense because they're not attacking players, were brilliant today. But like I said, title charge is done. On to West Ham, man. On to West Ham. And oh, one more thing. I think now we are genuinely... I've been feeling like this for a while, but I think now we're actually missing Diogo Jota. Like, today, there's a few games where I'm looking at, specifically Palace, today, even Sheffield United. If we had Diogo Jota fit and firing, mate, it's a different kettle of fish, because his awareness in the box is lethal. Like, we're genuinely missing Diogo. I don't know when he's back. He's probably going to be back in January, but yeah, it's hard pill to swallow. But anyway, at least we didn't lose. We've lost 100% home record. But anyway, people, like the video, comment, subscribe, send in your views of you. I'll see you after West Ham, man.
Yes. Just with little man here, so I thought we'll do a multitask, as dads do. Liverpool 0, Man United 0. Now, if I'm honest, what was that really? If I'm honest, man, it was basically, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, huff and puff, trying to blow the house down, and that it was just too. I don't know, man. It's just the sip has been missing from the midfield and the front line, to be honest. And yeah, we've got goals here and there, but if we're really honest with ourselves, we ain't been playing well for the last month or so, in it. So we've been doing Champions do getting the results, but it come back to bite us. Now, although we didn't lose, but it felt like a loss because this Man United team is dead food. They were there for the taking, and we just didn't really do what we're supposed to do. And they had one little chance, and some argue maybe the clearest of chances out of all. But yeah, man, it's poor for us, and that's just, yeah, it just wasn't great. Now, we didn't lose, but I'm still disappointed. It felt like a loss anyway, and yeah, like I said, I mean, I wanted the title this season. I said that even with the signings, but I just thought it's gonna be the boring top four, and then yeah, it's great, but there really is a chance to win the title. It's anyone's game, but yeah, man, Man United fans, yeah, can you blame them celebrating the point? I mean, they were expected to get slaughtered, and yeah, they got over points. So yeah, I'd be pretty pleased in a clean sheet. And our run of consecutive wins at home games has stopped. So yeah, not great. Very disappointing, really. I mean, Gakpo, Salah, terrible. Gravenberch. I mean, if you had to push your best midfielder, Gravenberch but not. He came off. Sobo, I don't know what is going on with him, but he needs to be benched because he's just fit. He got something, it's just not happening. Endo did an okay job, to be fair. I mean, and the back line was fine. I mean, I don't understand some of the community getting on Gomez because, boy, we didn't concede, innit? So, yeah, he could have done better. But, yeah, man, Gomez has been in form. And Kanai is a lucky boy to even be starting games. You know what I mean? He should be benched. But it seems like community have one thing for one and one for the other. But I won't get into that. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, it's just the killer instinct. It's just missing, man. And we need to get back because you know how these league games can turn away, and we're from up there challenging. We can be just about top fourth, fifth. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a big disappointment. And then obviously you've got 2 games. Next the West Ham game, which is not going to be easy because West Ham. All right, little man. All right, little man. West Ham's not going to be easy. You know what I mean? They're on form. My Ghanaian brother Kudus is killing it. And then you got the big game against them Gooners, you get me? And boy, we need to see a better reaction because you know what? We play like that, boy. I don't even want to. I don't want to switch the TV, switch off my phone to some of them, man, because they will take us to the cleaners, and that's no joke of a lie. We need to get back how to score and fast. And Salah, I don't know what is going on with him, but boy, Klopp needs to talk to them, and I hope he's talking to them behind closed doors, saying about pressing and all that. Yeah, great, but the game is to win the game. But anyway, so this next week will define whether we challenge or not, and where we're gonna go in the season. But disappointing, man. Liverpool 0, Man United 0, and I'm out. Say bye-bye. Say bye. Say bye. We out.